Hey everyone, I'm Peter, here to explain our DL6 data logger. And right now I have this set up for 3 channels. It's a 6-channel data logger. Let's go to the beginning screen. So there are the 6 channels. I only have 3 hooked up. I think that's enough to make the point. And if you have fewer hooked up, you can go to a different screen and display, just the numbers that you have. So we're recording on units 1, 2, 3, and 4 is just a dummy resistor to keep it somewhat close to range. And you can see that the light just went green because it just fell back into range right now. The way I have the alarm set up, I have a range of 73 to 77. That's the green light range. Outside of that, the stack light will be yellow. And if it gets outside of 70 to 80, it'll go red. We'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, here's some more displays. Here's just the 2 channels, channel 1 and 2. So if I were to, let's take channel 2 and just kind of warm it up a bit, and you'll see it respond right away. And you'll see it respond like that. Also, there's a bit of a lag. There's a bar graph, which is useful if you want to compare the values of things that should be identical, like if you're monitoring an oven and you have 6 points in the oven, you can spot the deviation really clearly with this bar graph. And the channel 4, 5, and 6 are all have resistors on them, so they're just dummy values. Here's the real-time, here's the history trend, where you can look back at different history ranges, and you can select the range with the buttons as far back as you want to go. That's in another video. Same thing with the chart. You can select again how far back you want to look in time. That's the settings page. Here's the real-time trend, and you can see right there that little blip is where I grabbed thermocouple 2, which is a little different color. You can set these to different colors. You can see that there's a slight color difference between channel 1, 2, and 3, and I've set all of the dummy channels to the aqua. And I can remove these from the chart too if I don't want to display them. Right here you can see whether the temperature's in or out of range, and they're all saying okay in range. There's a circular chart recorder, real-time chart recorder, and right now I have the data settings to display one every 5 seconds. The more frequently you display, the faster it updates, but then your history time is shorter. So right now we have a history time of about an hour. Anyway, we'll demonstrate what happens if the temperature goes out of range. We'll choose channel number 2 again, and we'll warm it up. So first it's going to, when it gets over 77, it's going to go to yellow, and if it keeps going, it's going to go to red, and then an alarm. That alarm is really loud. The camera attenuates the volume, so you can't really appreciate how loud it is, but believe me, that's a loud alarm, 103 decibels. So that alarm will ring again in 30 minutes the way I have it set. There's some settings inside. So here is this circuit board has its own settings, so you can have the alarm ring again or not ring again or shut off altogether. And then all of the settings for the data logger are through the front panel. You can see here's the USB data extraction if you want to just plug in a flash drive, and there's another video on that. Also, there's an RS-485 communication screws on the back. And there you can see the temperature has come back into range. This is the yellow channel 2. It's now under 80, so it's now just in the warning yellow zone. And as it keeps falling, it'll go back into the green zone. So really handy if you're monitoring tanks. You just look at one place to know if all your tanks are in the temperature range that they're supposed to be.